Hey, what's up? I'm Taio Cruz. Check me out on rick.com.
Sitting across from me in studio, a guy that is just a phenomenal performer, amazing guy, and he's wearing a black leather jacket that I would actually love to be rocking. Taio Cruz, everybody. Welcome to Taio, we were just talking a little bit about watches. And
yes.
You said you almost made a significant purchase.
Right.
An AP.
An Audemars Piguet.
An Audemars Piguet. One of my favorite watches. I'm definitely a watch guy.
Yeah.
What made you decide against it, though?
Well, because the one I wanted to get, the funny thing about it is they're not cheap. They're about 50 grand each, right? But the one I wanted to get, everyone has. And that's a funny thing to say, seeing as everyone would have a watch that's 50 grand. But yeah, it was the black and the rose gold one. And yeah, I just kind of walked into the shop and then I didn't really feel special because I saw Jay Sean had one, Pharrell had one. And I was just like, I need to find one that's a little bit more special, a little bit more unique that no one else has got before I get it.
Listen, first of all, if you're planning on paying 50 grand for an AP, listen, I gotta hook you up with my buddy Human. He's an Armenian guy. He's in the Glendale Galleria.
That's right, bro.
He'll hook you up. This guy, no questions asked.
Okay.
It might have to be a cash purchase.
Okay.
But you know what, Pharrell, I don't care who it is, they're not going to know the difference.
How can I guarantee the authenticity of this one?
Listen, Human will make sure you have papers.
Human, bro.
You have papers, a box, everything.
Wow, okay.
I'll hook you up. After the interview, I'm going to have to give you his number.
Alright, I need this. This is necessary.
So you're definitely a watch guy. I mean, as a guy, I mean, we're kind of blessed because women, or you have to worry about shoes and jewelry and everything. But as guys, I mean, we're not really accessory whores, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we I guess if we could say that we're blessed in terms of simplicity, but then women are blessed in just in the fact that they can just look so beautiful. We just sit there and watch them dress up and in all their various outfits. They can put our clothes on and look hot. They can put your shirt on, put a belt around it, and it's amazing. But anyway, let's stop talking about that because I'm trailing off into
that's okay.
fantasy land there.
That's all right.
No, I think that's great, Taio. Speaking of women, what kind of women? First of all, are you single or married?
I'm newly single. About a month ago, I broke up with my girlfriend.
So that makes a lot of women happy right there. And then you got that accent. I'm trying to work on my accent too. I have this Mexican accent and it don't work, man. So I'm trying to pick up on my Taio Cruz accent right here. What kind of women are you into, man?
You can use sort of the language of love, that kind of.
Right, but no, you could be fat and ugly and talk the way you do, and you're gonna get any girl you want, man. Well, speaking of women though, what kind of women are you into, Taio?
I just like pretty girls, So, and when I say pretty, I just like, for me, some people kind of like, they're like a butt man or a boob man,
right,
or whatever.
Sure.
I'm a little bit I kind of all about a pretty face, and it doesn't have to be like overly stunning.
Right.
But just cute, like a really cute smile gets me. So
awesome. I have 2 sisters. They can use a good man right now. They're pretty cute, man. Yeah, and they're really doing bad right now. They can use do with money right now. So I'll give you their phone number after the show.
I'm with you. I think a pretty face is the most important thing.
that is exactly, So there's the smile as well. When you come home from a long day and she's smiling at you, you want that. So.
And you've been speaking of long days. You've been spending a lot of long days in the studio.
Yeah.
You were you tweeted last week you were in the studio with David Guetta working on some new stuff. Can you tell us about that?
That was good stuff, man. That was really, really good. David's a crazy worker. Like, I love his work ethic. He doesn't stop, He goes and works. He's at he's DJs until like 7 in the morning, and then when he finishes, he's like, okay, let's go to the studio. And it's great, his energy is so positive, and we did 3 amazing songs together, and also just a couple of collaboration ideas with Akon too. So hopefully, we'll see how those come together.
Do you like to go out to the clubs?
I'm not a mad clubber, because when I was about 18, I went nuts. And I kind of clubbed from 18 to 21 and got clubbed out. So now I go infrequently. But yeah, if you caught me when I was 18, I would have been out every single night.
So what do you like to do? I mean, you're a young guy. I'm sure you like to still go out.
Yeah, do you know, I get the vibes though. I literally get the vibes in the studio. Like, if when I'm making the tracks in the studio, I'm jumping around the room and and vibing out to it. And then I get the whole club atmosphere because I go and do all these performances and shows all the time. So after that, I don't generally want to go clubbing after that. Normally, I want to just kind of hang out with my friends and play video games.
Taio, have you heard your song in the club? Have you been actually inside of a club and heard your "And a Dynamite"?
Yes.
You've heard it?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel great?
It feels good. It's a bit awkward because my friends kind of all point at me.
Really? Well, I have my 3-year-old daughter. It's like a club in my car. She loves your song. So every
Yes.
time we hear Dynamite, she doesn't know the words, but she just said Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it's like a club in my car. So I could imagine how rocking it is when you're actually at a club, you know? It's
Yeah,
dope.
I performed it. I performed it at David Guetta's last night, and it was amazing. So because that was like a proper dance crowd, and Dynamite's a dance pop fusion. So it's
Where
a
was this?
full-on dance record. This is in Ibiza.
Oh wow.
So David Guetta's closing night, and everyone just was going. After listening to hardcore house, they immediately went in and just was like they were all singing along to Dynamite. It was great.
Tell us about that. I mean, I've heard so much about that place. Tell us about the club. What was it like? How many people were there?
Yeah, well, Pasha is like the biggest super club I think in Ibiza, and or it's like the most famous. Everyone wants to go there, and yes, I love Ibiza #1 because it's like a twilight zone of happiness and joy. like everyone's perpetually on holiday, and so everyone's happy and they just want to hang out, and all the girls walk around in nothing and they're in their bikinis in the daytime.
And what's the problem?
And that's a good thing. I'm not complaining, And in the evening they just put a sarong around it, and that's the evening wear, and it's great, and everyone just parties out, and it's good positive.
That's awesome.
Energy. I like it.
I gotta go to that club, dog, because any club that I can walk around in a bikini in, I'm there, dog.
He's talking about the women.
Oh, he's talking about the women.
That's
Dang.
right. Yeah. We don't want to see that.
You don't want to see my stretch marks? They're really sexy, man. They go all the way around from the stomach to the back under my arm. It's awesome right there. Hey, Taio, you how was it working with Ludacris? I mean, that's a hard validation right there. Getting Luda on the track, and it's almost like he validated Taio Cruz. What was that like?
That was amazing. I was really, really blessed for Break Your Heart to be #1 in the UK. It was #1 for 3 weeks, and then we decided to release it in the States. And just as you said, we wanted someone to kind of help introduce me to the United States market. And Ludacris, as everyone already knows, whenever he features on a record, just makes the record so much better and just absolutely kills it every single time. And he didn't fail on this record, and he definitely helped to make it the smash that it was.
So Ludacris to Justin Bieber. I mean, that's
Taio Cruz got Bieber fever.
Bieber's been in here. He's a really cool kid.
Yeah, he's talented. He's very, very talented. I like him. He's cool.
Very mature. He knows how to handle this show business thing very, very well. I think he's a great, great dude, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what about working with anybody else in the future? What are some dream plans for Taio Cruz? If you could work with this person, who would that be?
Well, what I always try to tell people is I say that I'm a songwriter and a producer who sometimes makes music videos. And, I always just want to write and produce with as many people as I possibly can. And, I want to do some stuff with Kings of Leon as well. So
Great band.
Yeah, just stuff that's like, I'm quite diverse as a person, but I kind of stick to one lane, not confuse the audience. But I would just love to work with as many different people as possible.
So you mentioned Kings of Leon. I mean, obviously a rock act. So are you into rock music too?
Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite bands? You know the classics?
I mean, I'm a massive Coldplay fan, as I'm sure everybody loves. Oasis Rock, the first album.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
What about the classic, like Black Sabbath, The Doors, Led Zeppelin, anything like that?
No, not really. Like, for me, it's more just like, seriously, like, I'm a top 40 kid, so it's like pop, literally people who hit, like, I listen to singles, so like, pop music. Most people, it's terrible, it probably makes me seem a bit shallow, but I like sort of surface music, just the songs that rise to the top and they kind of hit the charts. Those are the bands that I'm generally into. And, I like a lot of Keane, I like a lot of Coldplay, I like a lot of Kings of Leon and those kind of rock bands that end up Aerosmith.
What about Muse?
I like Muse as well, yeah. I love the voice as well. His voice is genius.
It is genius. And I saw them a couple of weeks ago, and just the instrumentation and there's just a wall of sound with those guys.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Taio Cruz live show.
Well, the Taio Cruz live show, when I first did it with my band in the UK, I've only toured once. I toured in the UK, and it's definitely kind of like a pop, rock, dance, electronic fusion. So you get the light show and the crazy laser lights and all of that kind of stuff, and then you've got me with the band rocking out, and we tend to add a lot more guitars and show off my rock side to it. So we we do things like Smells Like Teen Spirit mashed up with Sexy Back. So it's kind of cool. And then I just play and perform the songs that hopefully everybody knows and loves.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, one of the record reps, or was your manager, came in here and asked what you would like for lunch, and you said, make sure it's cooked. So you're not a sushi guy then?
No, yeah.
No sushi.
No sushi. Like, I'm weird. Like, I don't even like vegetables unless they're cooked. So, like, I can't eat salad, but I'm completely happy with broccoli and carrots and anything that's boiled and...
It's my kind of dude, dog.
Yeah.
I don't eat no vegetables whatsoever. That's how I got all these stretch marks. Hey, I want to ask you something, Taio. Now, I have no problem telling the man that he's a good-looking guy. I mean,
Okay.
so you're a good-looking guy. You know, you got everything it takes to make it in this business.
Thank you.
And I don't think you're gonna have a problem getting a celebrity female to fall in love with you, man. So
Okay.
if there was any celebrity female out there
Yeah.
that Taio Cruz ends up on TMZ with, who would that be?
I mean, there's a list.
Give us
Who's at
three.
the top?
Give us top 3 right now from Taio Cruz. Who's the hottest females out there to you?
This is a problem. But I would say Megan Fox, but she's taken.
Well, yeah, but she's taken by a dude from 90210, so you got hope right
I've
there.
still
Okay?
got hope. Okay. Cool. This one is a side one. So there's Adriana Lima, who is Victoria's Secret model, unbelievably.
Nice.
Kim Kardashian's quite hot.
Oh, you can get her. Everybody's got her, dog. So I mean, I could call her myself personally. She'll come down here and take you home with her right now.
Yeah, we can hook that up.
Yeah.
I actually have Kim Kardashian tattooed right here on
Wow,
this side. So if
that's
you ever wanted to
insane.
see her naked, that's what she looks like right there.
Really?
Yeah, that's her.
Did she post for that?
Yeah, she was actually there the whole time that I was getting it tattooed on
That's
me.
amazing.
Yeah.
She stayed in that.
She
pose
stayed.
for you.
She's no, not in the. Well, it came off the Playboy magazine, but she was right there watching the whole.
She was
time.
not naked in the studio.
No, she wasn't naked in the studio. I wish she would have been, but she was there in the flesh. But
Okay.
the magazine is where I got the tattoo.
I was going to
from.
give you 10 points, but now I can only give you 8.
I'll take it.
Just 8. Just 8.
Pretty phenomenal, right?
Yeah,
So the new single is Dirty Picture. It's a collaboration. Speaking of collaborations with Kesha,
lovely Kesha.
lovely Kesha.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about this track.
Yeah, this song is produced and written by myself and Fraser T. Smith, who I did Break Your Heart with. And yeah, this is a song that I called up Kesha and I said, look, I've got this record. Just let me know what you think about it. If you're feeling it, if you want to be a part of it. And she listened to it and loved it. Called me back and said she wanted to be on it. And now it's here for everybody to listen to. And in the video, she dances around and balances on a toilet seat.
Nice, that's Kesha for you right there.
It is.
There you go.
I always wondered how does that happen? I mean, do you call up Kesha and say, hey, Kesha, what's up? It's Tao. Hey, listen, I want to collaborate with you on a track. Or, I mean, I'm sure it doesn't happen like that, but, I mean, you've collaborated with so many amazing people. How does it usually happen?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't always have their number. Sometimes it's you might meet them at a show and you take numbers there and you call them up. You go, I've got this idea. I'll play it down the phone. Check it out. Other times you just get your manager to call their manager and say, I've got an idea. Do you want to hear it? They say send the track over. I mean, for me, it's I operate just literally on the music. And that's it. So, I kind of go, I've got this song, I think it's a really good song. So I'm going to send it to you. If you like it, let's do it. If you don't like it, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just keep it moving. So, because it's not for everybody's taste, some music. And but Kesha loved Dirty Picture, and so she's on it.
Tell us a little bit about the rest of the year. I mean, I can't believe it's already October right now. Are you going to be traveling a lot more? What's going on?
I am. Well, I'm going to be back here doing a few of your sort of Christmas time shows, which is going to be great. In the UK, we've got one as well called the Jingle Bell Ball, which is massive. It's at the O2 Arena, so I'll be doing that in the UK. And I think there's one out here in Madison Square as well, which is called the Jingle Ball, which is going to be massive too. So, but yeah, just doing a few of those things and more promo, and hopefully talking to more lovely people like yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Right.
And hey, listen, Tao, thank you for coming in the studio.
Thanks for having me, man.
He's Tao Cruz.
Woo!